doing it.
I don't like it, I'll take that one.
Mine's working. Can you guys touch your mics?
Yep. All right. They all look, okay.
Hello?
Ready? Okay, we're going to call the special meeting of the Almac Village Council to order June 29th, 2026. Can we please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Feldman,
Present.
Glasser, Miller,
Present.
Schneider,
Present.
Powell, Stuffler, Dyke.
Present. Before we move to the public hearing, I'm going to ask if there's any additions or deletions from tonight's agenda. And if there's being none, I would ask to approve tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Support. Motion by Councilmember Schneider, supported by Councilmember Miller to accept tonight's agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those in favor of the same sign. Motion passes by all council members in attendance. At this time, we're going to suspend the current meeting and enter into a truth and taxation public hearing. Do we need to motion that or?
I don't, is it a motion?
Yes.
We just always opened it and closed it, so we can do a motion.
Motion to go
Never hurts.
into.
We have a motion.
So moved.
Support.
Motion to open the public hearing made by Councilmember Schneider, supported by Councilmember Feldman. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes by all council members present. This is the public hearing for the for year 2026-2027 Almont budget truth and taxation hearings. Who wants to give the presentation on this?
Well, the memo was created by the clerk, but I will just touch base on its recommendation is basically that after the tax review has been done by the assessor and adjustments made, we have a opportunity to either move forward with the tax at the level we're allowed, or there is a Headley rollback that reduces our taxing authority slightly. In this case, we have proposed that we use the lower tax rate because of our fund balances, that we don't move forward with the maximum taxable value. That's what this opportunity is for the public to be able to comment one way or the other on the level of taxes that we are proposing. And it is in front of you now to, after the public hearing, vote on whether or not you would agree that we should follow the Headley rollback rate or the pre-Headley rollback rate. Is that adequate, Randy?
Yes, thank you.
Questions or comments from council?
I mean, this is the informative portion, right? I mean, we're not voting on it during this hearing since this is the public portion of the meeting, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So,
I don't think anybody's really concerned about the public meeting, but I'm sure they would appreciate the slightly lower rate. I would.
Then we will close the public hearing and move on to our regular agenda. Regular agenda item number 1, resolution 26-06-01 millage and Garbert rates for year 2026-2027, page in your packet.
It's page 6.
Page 6 in your packet. Is there?
Just for clarification, explain, because I think I have an understanding of it now, but I just wanted to give you the opportunity to spell that out for everyone. In our previous council packet, there was information about what our taxable value is, and even in this one, there's two different taxable values. You want to explain the difference as to why the two ones are what they are? And
Yes, I'd be glad to. Thank you for asking the question. So when we receive the L4029, it also comes with an L4028, which gives every community what the taxable value is, and a higher number that was on the information from the 16th is before they reduce one item, and I didn't grab it. It's got an MCL next to it. And so then the number that we see comes in that report, that's the 106,655,303,000. That is what the assessor sent them, that they've reduced down as of 5/26/26, and that's what you have to use on this L4029. I did include it in today's packet, so it looks like that. And all of the directions for it are afterwards if you wanted to study it. So with that being said, we had the two different numbers in the paperwork. None of them were wrong. It just was misleading on what actually creates the millage rate. So last year's millage rate in your L4029 was rolled back to 13.3150, and that's column number 5 on here, and it says 2025 millage rate permanently reduced. There's a fraction that they issue, and then that fraction brings it back for 2026 to 13.1831. Then the next fraction is the assessing of equalization rollback. Most of my 20 years, except for during the time in the 09 to 12 when the economy and the property values were changing, it's a 1. So that takes it through. So that's where that maximum allowable millage rate, if you're following Headley, is the 13.1831. The water tower, because it's a millage, does not change. So that you'll see that straight across the board, not available, not available. And that amount will stay at the rolled back rate at the 1.2690. At some point, it got rolled back consistently. I don't know the whole history. I went back a few years, but I had all of this submitted to, after our meeting on the 16th, and reworked some things. I sent everything to equalization to Raylene and made sure that my numbers were right, because for 8 years in the village of Pentwater over in Oceana County, equalization did these. They no longer allowed smaller communities to possibly make a mistake and mess up a whole tax roll. So I hadn't been doing it regularly, and in my tenure in Dryden, it was super simple too. So I wanted to make sure I didn't have any errors. This is equalization's numbers. Now, when you look at my updated monthly report, you'll see that, and that was a couple pages prior to this. I used, maybe it's the other way, how did she put it? When I talk about the millage rate for the budget hearing, I left the date still as the 16th, but I updated that number for you. The reason why, maybe I took it completely out. It looks like I took it completely out. No, I'm sorry. Property taxes down below, the values changed. I wrote down Monday, June 15th, because with working with our assessor, he's only here on Mondays. Every Monday, he has changes up until the tax roll goes out July 1st that are Essex Board of Reviews, because the state did not put the same timelines on things as June 1st. And also if someone has a veterans exemption. So we've gotten 2 more veterans exemptions. So my tenure in Pentwater, you will see property taxes on all my monthly reports with an update for you, very simple to read. And so that changes what we're going to levy now to $1,417,391,000. That doesn't include what is captured by the DDA, because I wasn't able to pull all those reports yet because we're still in the calculating stage. So that's where those numbers vary. But I like to say that what you'll see on the memorandum monthly kind of gives you an idea if we have a lot of veterans or some board reviews that might happen in July that will change that and bring down what our total levy is. So that's the difference between the three numbers. Did I answer all your questions then, Steve?
Yeah, and I think I just want to try to do a very short, simple recap, make sure I say it in plain
Okay.
English for everybody else. Because I think the thing that I was concerned about before, which I think your explanation definitely addresses, is just that even on the L4029, it's 106,655, and then in the monthly update, it's 106,451, and it's going. So why do we set the rates at the higher outdated number rather than the lower newer number? And it's because the higher previous number is the number that's already certified, already sent to the county. It's the one you're stuck with. You don't get to change it. Yes, you've given us a more accurate, up-to-date number, but not one that we can use. This is the one we have to use. It's what we're required to do.
It's a legal number, right?
It's the number you have to use. It's the certified number
Yeah.
provided by the assessor at the time. Yes, the assessor can keep giving you newer, more updated numbers, but you can't go back in time to get it recertified. That's the number. That helps it make a lot more sense as to why we use the outdated number, because it's the only one that's certified.
Will we get the L29 in our budget packets going forward? Because
Yes, and I should have given it to you last time, which would have cleared it up. And remember, on that L4029, right next to that area where the number is up on top, it says, as of 5/26/2026. So whatever assessing turned in to equalization, that's the number. We can't change that. That's how we figured the Headley, and that's per the statute. And as many of you know, you've been around a long time, the Headley can be quite confusing to explain to the average person. That's why we decided today let's include the rules that are on the back as well. But I think it's important moving forward. And also Dale and I have had a discussion, and I know as we're going to move forward and talk with council, it's a lot easier with all the changes that happened to try to do budget workshops in January and February. You guys know these numbers. We do not know what the L4029 is going to say till mid-May, but we can certainly do a lot of best guesses from what the assessor has and start that process so that we're doing the budget right at the beginning of June or even in the second May meeting, since you guys do meet, and we don't have this problem anymore.
Fabulous.
So, yes, we want to move that all up and work with the staffing, especially the different department heads that get their budgets in November, so we have plenty of time. There's no surprises. So that's the goal, so.
Other questions or insights from council regarding the resolution in front of us for the millage rate / garbage rates?
Do we know, this is one question I didn't get to ask, and Randy, it's okay if you don't know, because I imagine it'd be going too far back. Do we know what the rate was last year? I looked and I couldn't see what the rate was last year.
Which rate?
For 401 for the garbage rate.
Okay.
Oh, yes, it's the 177.48. I wrote it today for something else, so I might have been in here because I might have fixed did I fix the resolution on that? Because I went back today. That's why you
What was it
can,
last year?
177.48. So that's not in here. And again, I used because many times it's been mentioned, use Kim's documents. So I want to build on them because I think it will be helpful to have both those numbers because you don't remember from year to year. So when we do that resolution, we'll change and add some things as I'm more comfortable and get that vetted through everybody. So
I'm not sure that we even used to previously ask what the rate for specifically for this one was before, but I know that I'm looking at rate comparisons for the other
Yeah.
ones versus this one, and then it made me realize, well, I don't even know what it was before for this one.
It's nice to have.
So it went up about $8, and then the Drakeshire lights that I have to put on a special assessment. When I added up the bills on that one, I dropped it because I thought there was a large administration fee, and to me, honestly, the administration fee comes on the whole tax bill, and I didn't feel that was right. So of course, I have one resident that's a worker in the office, and we talked about it a little bit too. So we looked at the utility bills, went with a possible 5% increase, and when I divided it by the parcel numbers, we dropped it. So that one, they'll see about a $4 increase if they live in Drakeshire. Or decrease, I'm sorry, decrease. So. And that doesn't come on here at all. And I think that maybe in the future that might not hurt because it's a special assessment to have that, all of them written down for you to approve. So. Any other questions?
Questions or concerns? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the resolution as presented.
I'll make the motion that we adopt and approve resolution number 26-06-01.
Support.
Motion by Councilmember Snyder, supported by Councilmember Feldman to approve resolution 26-06-01 as presented. Although a roll call.
Schneider?
Aye.
Feldman?
Aye.
Miller?
Aye.
And Dyke. I didn't write my absences, sorry.
Item number 2, resolution 26-06-02, proposed budget FY for fiscal year 2026-2027. Questions or concerns from council?
You guys want to just throw it all out and start over and do this again tomorrow, or just really push it to the end, or?
I don't have anything going on there.
I
We started at 11 p.m. so we keep the tension.
I think the one thing to remember is a budget's a living document, so the minute you write it, it's probably not the same anymore. So as long as we have a pretty good, solid guideline, you may see amendments. We'll see, but we're trying to cover all the bases and give an honest plan to the residents to see where we're spending their tax dollars. So.
You don't like the start it all over idea, Dale? It's not.
No, I've already got plans to change it anyway.
I like his answer.
Fantastic. All right. Well.
There's so much going on, it's gotta be a living, moving document.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any particular questions. I mean, I've been through it with a fine tooth comb as many times as I can be, and I'm pretty comfortable with it. So does anybody else have any questions, concerns?
Motion to approve the resolution as presented.
I'll make the resolution or the motion to approve resolution 26-06-20, the Elmont Village budget for fiscal year 2026-2027. Support.
Motion by Councilmember Feldman, supported by Councilmember Schneider to approve resolution number 26-06-02 as presented. All those in favor say aye. Oh, no, I'm sorry, roll call.
Feldman?
Aye.
Schneider?
Aye.
Miller?
Aye.
And Dyke.
Aye. Agenda item number 3, Village Township of Almont Agreement Law Enforcement, Manager Curvison.
Well, this, I think we should throw out and start all over. Just kidding, of course. The township approved this agreement with the slight modification of the removal, our initial response to them. They didn't like a tiny section of a sentence that was added regarding the union contract, following the union contract. So we removed it. They then met at a special meeting, approved it, and signed it, gave it back to Randy out of order. So she ended up putting it in the packet without reviewing each page, and they gave us 2 copies of the first page and the signature page. So Gary said that was the clerk's fault. He told me that this morning. So that was updated today. You have an updated, clean, accurate agreement in front of you. with an agreed upon price already signed by our customer.
In fact, we drafted, we approved, we're merely voting to authorize the village president, village manager to execute it, not relitigate the provisions that we drafted ourselves. It should be straightforward for everyone. Right?
Well, remember year 11, we should take it section by section.
I'm smiling.
Depends on what your definition of the word is.
Do we have any questions or comments from council concerns? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I will make the motion that we accept the agreement and we authorize the village president and the village manager to execute the agreement as presented.
Motion by Councilmember Snyder, supported by Councilmember Miller to approve the contract and authorize the village manager and village president to execute contract as stated on the record. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously by all council members present.
Who seconded that?
Miller.
Okay.
Schneider made the motion, Miller seconded. Now is the time for public comment.
We have no public.
Person, do you have anything to bring to council?
Actually, I do have a number of small, interesting things to bring up. You recall, I estimated it was about 20 months ago, DTE did a large pole replacement project in town. We notified them over and over of holes that they hadn't filled. They took care of them. Well, it came to my attention from Councilman Miller that there was a pole left in his neighbor's backyard that's isolated, stands alone. We had been aware of one on the lot where the Legion is. So I contacted DTE and their subcontractors, everybody that was involved in that project 20 months ago, and said, hey, you left a couple poles that are abandoned and they need to be removed. So that all got moving forward, and today I confirmed the address with the contractor. So I suspect they will be plucked out and taken out of town soon. But it was nice to be able to go right back and hit the people who were in charge of the project, their contractor, and it went pretty smoothly. Probably the biggest thing that's happened in a long time. I know the police agreement is big, and I know our budget's big, but I finally got through the bureaucracy and got our grant uploaded, detailed, and checked as completed in the EPA website. So we are well on our way to getting that $4 million towards that project. So it was a huge, huge achievement. EPA is looking at it. They've already done a cursory review, given a job number, all those steps. All the boxes have been checked. They're marked green as completed. It was very, very satisfying a week ago, Tuesday, to get this done. Finally, 9 months of struggling through this process. So, all done. We have 2 outstanding lawsuits that we've updated with. We've just started to get updated with our attorney. The gentleman that came here and complained that he hadn't been properly notified regarding his blight tickets that he agreed to pay and fix, and then ended up showing up in court and rescinding that agreement. Anyway, they did their repair. Now they're filing for they filed a brief and they're trying to get the ticket waived and the expenses that they were hit with from the village. So went over that very briefly with our attorney, and then we have the Kingsbrook.
Which attorney?
Gildner, because he was on both of those.
Give me a record.
And the Kingsbrook case has, to my knowledge, had nothing filed yet on it. I believe they are nearing being out of time. I've asked for an update, but those are really our two big issues hanging out there. They are actual court cases. And the results in the Kingsbrook could be significant, but they've yet to produce a single document in over a year of filing that would indicate they even have a case. We believe it's just utter ridiculous tactics to try and get out of their late fees. So we'll see where that goes, but it is, I just want you to know,
There's no movement in the case? Is that what you were?
nothing. We went to court, their attorney didn't show up.
It was a pretrial hearing, I'm assuming?
Yep, the judge tracked him down and figured out why he wasn't there, which I guess is okay.
For everybody else's context of how that's going, you file a case, you serve the other side, and then they file an answer. You usually have a pretrial inside of 30 days. This case was filed a year ago. You just had your first pretrial hearing.
And
It's been an
And
entire
nothing
year
happened.
with the very first step of litigation just now taking place, where also, by the way, nothing ever really happens. So, by the time my kids graduate from high school, maybe.
right. Oh, I'm sure you noticed that this building was power washed and the windows were all washed inside and out since you were here last. And it really is an improvement. If you're in it every day, you can really tell that that was done, and the township appreciated it. So it's nice improvement. I don't know how many times you guys have heard complaints about the potholes behind the post office. But I hear them, we get calls all the time. It's private property. We have been trying to push that the property owners there to fix it. Back and forth. We finally, thanks to the survey of our private piece of property that's behind the Gas Becker building, now have definitive proof that it is not on village property, as everyone likes to say, oh no, that's the village's problem. It is not. That entire pothole stretch belongs to the owner of the post office. He's got a really odd shaped piece of property. So I got a hold of him, sent him pictures, and he is in the process of dealing with it. How he does that, I don't know yet. He hasn't contacted me back. It's only been 4, 5, 6 days, but tracked down, nailed down. We know who's there, and if we have to issue, I don't know what we can do to force someone on their own private property to fix it, but if it becomes a health and safety hazard, we'll do something.
Does our International Property Maintenance Code have anything for the parking lot of a commercial
Well,
planning commission members?
it might, but this is a driveway, so it isn't where you park, it's the driveway. Anyway, I'm sure we will be able to figure it out. The landlord seemed, once I assured him it was his and I had proof,
Yeah.
and I sent him a copy of the survey, I'm sure he will move forward with it. We had a pretty significant blight on North Street that we have been working with the owner because they were having a severe medical issue. Long story short, it's 85%, 90% cleaned up. Huge step forward this weekend. There was a truck there that had been looked at completely abandoned, covered with moss, sitting right out by the road. It's all gone. Things are really moving forward there. Again, if it's not something you are looking for, you may not notice it right away, but you drive down there now, you will notice it has been cleaned up. And we have the parking lot agreement was supposed to be in my hand today, but it didn't come in by the time of this meeting, so we might have something to look at next Tuesday's regular council meeting. Well, or to get out to you for discussion, even if that's the case. And we are waiting for there's been a redraft of the purchasing agreement for the property for the DPW building, and we're just waiting to get that moved back to council for your review and opinion. That's it. Oh, not true. One more thing. Got a call from DTE's contractor about putting in the sidewalk on Kidder. So they are moving forward with the design to get approved by DTE so they can install the sidewalk and the approach that they will keep on the site. That's it.
Clerk Treasurer Listerman, anything to bring to council?
Don't have anything to add.
Councilmember Feldman. Councilmember Schneider.
Two quick things. One, Dale, congratulations. I'm surprised you didn't throw a party when you finally were able to get the grant submitted and finally got access. On that note, since it was so incredibly painful and difficult to actually get through to it, is that when you eventually leave us going to be something that you're going to make sure is easier for your successor?
Already done. Yes.
They won't have to go through a year and a half of painstaking problems to get access?
What I have done is each step of the way, the village's phone numbers, the village's computer, the manager's computer, what's it called? Email. The public number contact is what went in, not personal stuff.
Cell phones.
So it's
personal
been
stuff.
taken care of, unlike the last ones. It has nothing to do with the individual. It has everything to do with the position.
Good. My other thing to mention was just that this weekend was Almont's first Bite into Almont event, another event put on by the DDA, and our office did participate in it. I did go down there. There was an awful lot of foot traffic. It was really nice. It was a great weekend. There was a lot of turnout. It was a nice little event for Almont, and I just thought that they did an excellent job, and I just wanted to make a comment of it. So I thought it was nice that the DDA put that on, and that there was a lot of great success from what I hear. People seemed like they were pretty happy with the event, so I just thought that was nice. That's all.
Good, thank you.
That's it. Two quick questions. DTE was active on the old site at Kidder and St. Clair this weekend. Are they decommissioning that, or are they upgrading it?
It is being decommissioned. They will be removing it. And as you know, one of the things I did was ask them to leave the building and potentially give it to us as a public restroom in that area for people walking, that sort of thing. They looked very favorably on that. And this is by no means in stone, but the last comment was they're just going to give us the whole chunk of property after it's decommissioned and any environmental issue is cleared up. So,
Second question, I should know this, but along Kidder, past the village limits going towards the schools, when you're on the sidewalk there are some storm drains that are there. Are those ours or those county?
actually, our county, I believe they fall under the county drain commissioner, but they are drainage for the road. So the road commission has,
But that doesn't come back to us into our system, right?
no, actually, our system goes through that drain.
Okay.
So there is, we believe, we haven't done a study. The drain commissioner did some study and provided us data past the high school. So the drainage for this area crosses the street, joins the drain that comes through the school, goes straight up the side of Howland to the just past the driveway of the school, the north driveway, and then it curves and it goes straight east to that drain
Okay.
along Kidder, turns back south and goes into the big drain that is at the corner there.
Okay.
So the slowdown or any blockage is between the schools, because we've cleaned it out past the school's driveway, which was approved by the school, but it wasn't much retention there. The whole drain then hits a wall of vegetation, et cetera, beyond that. We've brought it up, we've had the drain commission out to look at it, and they felt it.
And one other question, because there's a storm drain right at Howland and where the school sidewalk is. It's down in the grass in the ditch. Is that ours or is that drain commission? Because that, whenever they cut grass there, it's always covered.
Yeah.
Well, are you saying, where it is again?
Right here.
Oh, across the street? Yeah, that, we regularly, that is our drain. It actually, the drain that drains this area and under our parking lot goes to there's one on this side, right by our driveway. Then it goes under the road to the one on that side.
Well, the one I'm talking about is the last house before the school.
Yep.
There's a fence there. On the other side of the sidewalk in that ditch, there's a big storm drain.
Are you saying right next to the sidewalk? It's pretty close to the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're familiar with it. We clean it every single rainstorm, or
Okay,
we try to.
because every time we go by there, it's just covered.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can, throw it off. But when we clean it off, we put it in the truck, because if you just set it aside, when the water comes, it just
Right.
lifts it up, puts it right back. So,
Okay, thanks for the clarification.
and we just recently vacked and cleaned that whole line to again ensure that the drainage is at maximum capacity. There wasn't much in it, but we did clean it.
We are adjourned. 7:07.
Wait, did you ask Pete? I don't think Pete got to say it.
He said
I didn't say anything.
Oh,
I
I said I
offered.
was good.
He didn't want to?
He said, no, thank you.
okay.